beloved Pathfinder, welcome. Always an exciting time to be connecting with you. I trust you're doing well, you're pushing it. Yeah, the times are hard, but this is the time where we can separate the boys from the men. So all I encourage you to do is keep adding value. All right, keep pushing it, keep showing up, and you're going to see that you're going to be making a difference. Today we're going to continue with what we'll be looking about, system thinking. And today we're going to try to understand the critical system components that makes all the difference in system performance. When it comes to the result we get from our system, the yield of our system, we want to look at the critical system components that makes all the difference in system performance. We have said that there is only one way to improve any system. Only one way. There is no other way to improve any system. There is just one way to improve any system. And for us to understand the two part of the systems and be able to improve the two part of the system, that is the only way to improve any system. In terms of system result is made up of the process, the system process, and the input to the process, which we call the component. So it is improving these two aspects of the system. That's the only way we can improve any system. For you to understand that every system is made up of the system process and the components, the input. And when we come about the system process, the system process can be a process with the steps that are predefined. So which means that one step is carried out or must be carried out before the other ones. When you have that kind of system, you have a procedure, all right? But if the order does not matter, you have a checklist. So that's one way to improve a system. We looked at that last week. To improve any process, you need to check the procedure. You need to check, the checklist. That's one way. The other way is the other part of a system, which is system component. I'll give you an example. A simple system is a 3-step system of financial approval. So, somebody can raise the requisition for the approval. The head of the department can, support the approval to ensure that everything there is right, okay, before the line manager approves it. In this scenario, the order is defined. The requisition must be raised, and the line head of the department must support it before the line manager, must approve it. So this is a clear system of a procedure. The procedure for requisition and financial approval. There's a requisition, there's a support of the head of the department, okay, and there's final approval, okay, of the line manager. So in this episode, we're going to be looking, basically on how to improve a system by improving the system components. That's what we're going to be looking at today. So what are system components? What are the input, okay, of a system process that brings about the result and minimize, the waste and the error in a system? Business system components come in several varieties. For example, they include self-made documents, the things that you made for yourself, such as the policies that you define that your processes need to run, the checklist that we talk about, for example, the forms that you have put in place. For example, in the requisition, there are forms that will be completed. These are part of, the components and the input of a process of a system that makes the system perform. Your reports, all the reports that comes from, your work, your brochures, and so forth and so on. So those are the things that are made by your team to, as input to the process to make sure that this process perform optimally. Okay. Components can also include items that you purchase, so that equipment that you use in the process, the tools that you use, the softwares that you use, the materials you use, the supplies that comes with it. So these are also, purchase items that your business purchase that is part of your system in producing the result that you require. System can also include finished product, finished materials, the product that you produce. For example, okay, bricks can be part of, the bricklaying process. Bricks is a finished product, the blocks are finished product, but they are part of what? The bricklaying process. So it might be finished product that you utilize as part of your system, to produce value for customer. The people you use also are also important components of most of our systems. People are very vital components of a system. Are you using the right people? You have, square pegs in square hole, or you have square pegs in round hole. So every physical object in this world is a component of the system. So why are system components important, and why are we discussing system component as part of what we need to do to improve a system? The first reason why it's important is that when you have missing or poor quality components, okay, they cause what? Degraded system performance, and their area of major concern and area of major weaknesses in most business. So when you don't have the right component, or you have poor quality component, it can affect system performance, and this is one major area of weakness in most businesses that we find around. They don't understand, what system components are. They don't understand the system components that are required. So what happens? They go without system component or poor quality system component. For example, if you don't use the right kind of staffs in your process, what is going to happen? It's going to affect the performance of that system. Therefore, for any good system developer, you must understand that you must identify and acquire all the essential components to have a smooth running process. What are the components that you need to have a effective running process? Imagine your hiring system, for example, without employment application. Employment application is a component of your hiring process. Without that application, there won't be that process. Okay, your accounting system, for example, imagine it without an accounting software. That process will not be effective because everything is going to be manual. Okay, the second reason why system components is important is that many business systems suffer greatly from omitted or poor system quality, component quality. The poor quality of their component makes a lot of businesses to suffer. Why? Owners fail to notice the missing component because they don't understand it. They don't understand that their processes and systems have components that is required to make it run. So when you have missing components that the people are not even aware of what happened, the system is not going to run well. Okay, some do not even realize the potential benefits of having those components in their system. Some are not even willing to spend the time and the money to acquire this component. So what is the result? The result is that their system is not going to work effectively. And therefore, whatever the reason, inadequate components, cost business owner dearly in customer satisfaction, in quality of your product, and in the efficiency of your service. So it's very important that we understand the components that is required for our system to run effectively. Like cutting a wood, I give you an example. On a day with a saw blade that is not sharp, with a dull saw blade, what are you going to have? That saw blade is a component of the cutting process. The work will be slow, the finished edges will be rough, and the customer will be disappointed with the result. So what you are trying to avoid, or what we are trying to avoid in trying to bring this to your notice, is the fact that we want your work to be efficient and fast. We want the finished product to be fine and acceptable. We want your customers to be satisfied with the result at the end of the day. So it's important to know that components themselves are actually mini systems themselves. For example, a form is a system for collecting information. A paper clip is a system to hold pieces of paper together. A pen is a system of writing and communicating. Okay, how components work and how they work together is very important. Very important, and very critical to our business success. And that's why we are bringing this to your attention. Therefore, as a business owner, you need the skill of managing your system components. This skill is very essential. You and other business owners have many components to track in your business. Okay, not all the components are of equal importance, but managing even the essential ones can be a daunting task. And that's why you need help. And that's why I want to let you understand that my team and I can help you. But if you want to do it yourself, I want to recommend my book, Start Up to Fortune. That book is able to help you because we discuss extensively, how to design and improve system performance. Or if you like, you can attend our course, the system engineering course that we have. Or if you want us to help you, we can have a consultancy service where we do it for you. and ensure that your system is running, effectively. I hope that this, brings value to you. If you find value in this, I want to encourage you to share it within your network. And if you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, I want to encourage that you stop now, click the subscribe button. Make sure you also click the notification button so that you'll be one of the first that will be notified as we bring values to you. I hope this is useful to you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Next week we're going to be talking about one system component that is more important and critical to your success, than the rest of them. I hope that you will tune in, and I look forward, to bringing value to you. Thank you, and do have a wonderful time.